General Muhammadu Buhari will be inaugurated as Nigeria's president in the country's capital, Abuja, in 3 weeks' time. No doubt, expectations from the people of the country is high, having gone through what they say is tough times in the recent past, with the economy biting hard. But not so for the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who has repeatedly said that the Nigerian economy has recorded meaningful growth in the past 4 years. What is the change phenomenon offering this time around? Thank you for joining us on Roadmap on Channels TV. I am Gimba Umar. Well, this week on the program, our focus is on the economy of the southeast region of the country. How can the leaders work together and develop a working plan to develop the vast potentials of the region? My guests this week, the governors of Abia and Imo State, bear their minds on this. Will the East get the support of the center? Find out in the course of the program. But first, this is what we know though. The APC governors met with the President-elect General Muhammadu Buhari and asked that he offsets workers' salaries in all the states, some of whom are owed up to 8 months.
As it stands today, most states of the Federation have not been able to pay salaries. And even the federal government have not paid their April salary. That is very worrisome. And by May, June, that will be accumulating to about 3 months. And we wonder, with the huge expectations from Nigerians and the people who have voted us into this power, we are hoping that the president-elect will do all the things, whatever is humanly possible, to bring about a bailout.
Also, the current administration winds down. The President Goodluck Jonathan wants the incoming government to continue with his projects.
This government, we are living on the 29th, but the incoming government will definitely continue because this is a noble project to benefit Nigerians, especially residents of the FCT. I've been wanting to come and inspect this project for a very long time, but so challenged in terms of my commitments. I think this period, I really need to. So when I'm having a conversation with the incoming president, I'll know exactly what to tell him.
Now, in the first of 2 interviews I had, one in Lagos with the governor-elect of Abia State, Okezie Ikpeazu, and the other, Rochas Okorocha, whom I met in Abuja, I asked the governor of Abia State what agenda he and his party, the PDP, has for the people of his state. Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on Roadmap on Channels Television. You are the governor-elect for Abia State. In a couple of weeks now, you'll be inaugurated in office. Tell us, let's begin by your immediate thoughts and assessment of the supplementary elections that happened in your state. What are your thoughts on it?
Thank you. I think that election went on very well. I must congratulate INEC and other stakeholders, especially the media, because we had our fears before the election. The first one was the excesses of the soldiers, the military, which played out against us during the 25th election on the 25th. And we also had all kinds of rumors and news that they were planning to bring soldiers again and whip INEC and the agents of our opponents into certain rooms where results will be manipulated. So on that day, we had to rely on the media, we had to rely on our agents. We deployed very, very senior agents, some sitting senators, some Federal House of Representative members, and those we were sure nobody could bribe to be our agents in the various polling units. And then we insisted that accreditation be stopped at the appropriate time, and then voting went on. At the end of the day, we won that runoff, assuming that was all the election. We won with about 16,000 votes, total score, and they had about 15. So the margin was about 1,000 plus.
You know that you are to face very soon the tribunal as your opponent during your elections in your state says that the 1,000 difference between the win has reasons to be questioned. So how are you going to, are you under pressure to face the tribunal?
Well, a lot of, two case scenarios have played out in the 2015 election. We want to start with the presidential election. Everybody saw what happened and how Mr. President has borne the weight of safeguarding lives and property and then deepening our democracy in this country by conceding defeat. And he has been applauded all over the world. I think that emphasis should be placed on his behavior and conduct post-elections. Because election in the first place should be called to serve. Therefore, it should be devoid of all elements of desperation. I am not desperate to serve because I have come to serve. If I want to serve, I'll offer myself. And if something happens and the people say, well, let somebody else serve us at this time, two things will come to my mind. It's either I take the second opportunity, the next opportunity, or I say thank you to the people and go. And also find a way to contribute to the incoming administration, whosoever may have been endorsed by the people through their votes to serve. But whenever you see elements of desperation, it's either somebody is running away from the law, because if you become governor, for those that has interfaced with people at all times. From beginning, our opponent has underlined very, very serious threats of desperation. In the first place, he changed his local government. The second place, he moved when PDP, he saw that he wasn't favored by the zoning system, he moved to Apga. When he arrived at Apga, he saw somebody who was already a leading candidate in Apga, and then a leading candidate in Apga. Then he also nudged the person out of Apga, and then the person went to PPA. He took over Apga, and then, and for the first time in the history of Abia politics, people from an element from outside Abia.
What are your plans for Abia State in the next 4 years?
Well, we have a well thought out agenda. Our assignment is very, very daunting, but we trust God because our God is also very huge. We're going to look at our deficiencies in infrastructure, but we are taking a different view on those deficiencies. We are saying that infrastructure is supposed to be an enabler. It's supposed to be pivots on which a bigger vision on the economy of our place should rest. So our focus in Abia the days to come would be on our economy. Because if you look at infrastructure first, you put the cart before the horse. But if you look at the economy, then the infrastructure will come. For instance, if I say that I want to make Abia a business destination, the prime business destination, not only in Nigeria, West Africa, and Central Africa, I am looking at a hypothetical investor with ₦1 billion. So you must provide environment. You must provide security. Then you know that if the man comes, it is the roads, quality of roads, the network of roads, the network of railway that will drive that is investment if he invests. So in Abia, within the next 2-3 years, we want a situation where people around Africa, not only in Nigeria, will come to Abia to look for our shoes, to look for belts made in Abia, to look for the bags made in Abia.
How do you intend to sort out your electricity issues?
Abia is going to be the first state in Nigeria that will have uninterrupted and uninterruptible power through the Geometrics Power Initiative that ordinarily should have come on stream before now. The issue has been that power has been generated, But evacuation of the power is a problem. The lines for the evacuation has been erected by geometrics, but there are issues about distribution because of the contract already subsisting in favor of the distribution companies for Eastern Nigeria. So we are looking forward to a situation where the two key players will be brought to the table to have a chat on how to put whatever pecuniary interest they may have at bay to serve the overall interest of the people.